Hello and welcome to Roadcraft. If you want to be a smarter, better, and safer driver, you're in the right place. In this episode, how much can you see while driving? Or better, how much of what you see do you actually notice? Brain scientists know the answer, and it's a shockingly low number. How low? Let's find out. 20/20 vision is no guarantee you'll comprehend what you look at. Your ability to see isn't just about how good your vision is. It's actually mostly about how fast your brain can process information. That's the bottleneck. We're being bombarded by about 11 million bits of information every second. Nearly 90% of that information is getting sent to our brain through our eyes. Meanwhile, our conscious mind can only process about 50 bits of information per second. Maybe a little more, maybe a little less, depending on which research you read. The exact number isn't all that important. The point here is we're missing a lot of information, at least consciously. Most of what we see gets filtered by our brain without our awareness. Our subconscious selects a tiny chunk of input for our conscious perception. All the rest of the information is lost, or you could say, we're blind to it. When we miss something in plain sight, it's because it didn't grab our attention. We've got limited processing capacity that prevents us from giving our attention to everything around us. Because this filtering happens outside our conscious awareness, we don't even realize what we're missing. That's inattentional blindness. And it gets worse when we drive. In a rapidly changing environment like driving, we can only give our attention to a sliver of all the input coming at us. So say you pull up to an intersection and you want to make a right turn. You're looking for a gap in traffic, so your brain filters out all the stuff that's not related to looking for a gap in traffic. You see an opportunity and begin to pull out when you're startled by a pedestrian pounding the fist on the hood of your car. They were right in front of you, but you didn't see them. When you hear a driver at the scene of a crash say, "They came out of nowhere," that's inattentional blindness. The pedestrian, cyclist, or other vehicle was plainly visible, but the driver had focused their attention on something else. And we can't eliminate the problem. We don't have the processing power to solve it. But we can mitigate it a bit with some driving strategies. So first, expand the scope of your task. We tend not to notice things irrelevant to the task we're performing. To go back to my previous example, if your objective is to make a right turn, the scope of that task should include not only looking for a gap in traffic, but also checking your surroundings for non-vehicle conflicts, like people walking and biking. By consciously including that as part of making a turn, the pedestrian is more likely to catch your attention. And then manage your mental workload. If we only have 50 or so bits of information available to our conscious mind, let's prioritize how we use them. When we're driving, we can't afford to give away a few of those bits to a phone call or other distraction. And maximize your capacity. Our attentional bandwidth isn't the same all the time. Fatigue, stress, drugs, alcohol, anger, these all reduce our ability to notice important information. Given the potential consequences of inattentional blindness, it's critical to be in the right mental and physical condition before driving. Now look, we've got a brain that's evolved to manage information at a walking pace, and we're expecting it to keep up at freeway speeds. We're going to miss some things. There's no way around it. But with a few simple strategies, we can miss less.